Here we go, guys. Mr. Tindale's. Hello, mate. Here we go. What's happening, chaps? Right, Matty? How you doing, son? Right, Lee? Scottish fella on the phone. Here he is.
Hello, how you doing?
Oi, oi.
You all right?
I
Hello.
want to turn the volume up and up, turning it off, mush. How are ya?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, got you, mate. How you been, mate?
I'm good. How are you? I noticed the tune you were playing there, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, you got it, yeah. Under the bridge,
Yeah.
banger, innit? Proper banger.
Yeah,
How
sick,
you
sick.
been
What's
getting on,
happening?
son? Anyway, sorry everyone. By the
Good.
way, this is James Tindale. Everyone knows him from Geordie Shores. I'm Robert Ashley, the UK's #1 unconscious mind therapist. So thank you all for joining in. And yep, keep watching. We're going to be talking a little bit about the mind, a little bit about vision, visualizations, and how we process success. And one of the reasons I love to bring James on is because he's always been into his fitness and he's the real McCoy. You know what I mean? He's he proper lifts weights, and and you live and breathe this stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, thanks, Rob, mate. Obviously, a lot of people might know, but we obviously met through doing holistic retreats.
Yeah, my retreat, at Marbella, yeah.
And I still remember that because I came over and I met you, and then we were sat down and we were just talking, and then you started doing your thing with all the mind and that, and then I was just sat there and I was just like, I think that's the longest I've ever been quiet in my life because I was just thinking of so much, and I was just like, bang on. So I look forward to seeing what you've got to say today, man.
Well, I want to give people a little bit about what I do before, yeah? I'm an unconscious mind therapist, so I look at the patterns, the processes of success more than looking back for the problem. I look how to cure the problem and move on. So what I want to talk about today is a lot about the visualization. So anyone like James who lives in a successful state of being fit and in good shape is because his brain ain't trying to come away from losing fat. It's more about going towards the creation of design inside your mind. So if you think about everything gets made twice, yeah? If you look around the room you're in, everyone there, everything you're looking at, except for what comes from nature and the earth in its original forms, except for trees, plants, cats, dogs, wind, rain, all that sort of stuff, except for what comes from nature and the earth in its original form, everything you're looking at, inside or outside the building, would have started as a thought in the human being's mind, then got created outside here as a thing. Because there ain't no wallpaper tree, it's not a glove tree.
It's nice wallpaper, that as well. Where'd you get it from? I'm doing some home decorations at the minute. I
can't remember, to be honest. But everything gets made twice. First inside the mind, and it gets created outside here. But I'm loving your bedspread there, and all son, very smooth, very smooth.
Oh, I'd love to say this is where
the ladies
happens.
in there.
I'd love to say this is where the magic happens, but we're in quarantine. There's no happening around here, mate.
They're all queuing up for your son, aren't they?
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
So the idea of this is I want to speak about James is about the visualizations to bodybuilding, lifting weights. James had his own gyms. He worked as a fitness instructor in my retreat, and he's unbelievable. He broke the record, didn't you? You got a stone. Was it the stone someone done in 7 days? They busted the stone.
Yeah, absolutely smashed it, man. But do you know what? I think a lot of people who followed me for a while, they'll realise like it's something I've been passionate about for years. Do you know what I mean? It's not just like something I'm jumping on at the minute.
No, that's right.
I've been training since I was at school when I first ever lifted a weight, and then I had a little York set up at home, the little plastic gold weights with the red clips.
Yeah, the little.
I remember. I think I was about 15. I went to school the next day. I was like, I've just bench pressed 50 kilos. I was thinking, God, but you know what? I wish I'd have kept that now because they're going on eBay for about $1,000 at the minute. Everything's high demand, isn't it? It's went absolutely
mental. So tell us the story, because I remember you told me some stories about when you was young. So how people get into the vision of creating the body they want. I remember you told me a story way back, and you were saying about I think it was your dad's mate or your mate's dad or something like that, and you said when you was really little, you used to think we're going to be like that or something. Was it your first sort of?
That's true, actually, yeah. But I'll go even further back. I kick myself these days, right? Because when I was younger and when I was at school, I've always been like a chunky lad. You know what I mean? So when I was younger, I was like a little bit like chubby because I didn't know nutrition. Obviously, health and fitness back then, you only really had your bodybuilders, didn't you? You didn't really have like as many PTs and stuff. It wasn't as popular then. So I kind of just used to eat whatever. And I was a big lad. But then once I started getting into training, I noticed, but one of my best friend's dad, he was a bodybuilder, and he used to do like the universe and stuff. I remember when we were tiny and we used to go around and we used to look at him and go, God, you're massive, you. So I was like, I want to be like us. Do you know what I mean? I want to be like in shape and just like whatever. So then me and my friend, who's that was his dad, we started training and stuff, and it was just trial and error really when we first started. Didn't really know, there wasn't all these YouTube videos, there wasn't Instagram, so you couldn't see live workouts and stuff. So it was purely just trial and error. We tried different workouts. Oh, do you know what? I'm sore the day that obviously worked. Diets, and then just so on and so on. So it was good.
And how do you like, you know, like sort of everything gets made twice. There's a lot of people at the moment that want to lose weight, they're putting a bit of weight on indoors, too many beers or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're focusing on that they want to lose weight. And I keep saying to them, you don't think about what you don't want. Like the weight, for instance, you know, losing it, all the painful stuff. You've got to focus on the body that you want. So like Arnold Schwarzenegger says that you guys are like sculptors. So inside your mind, you're visualizing your traps, say, and you go every week and you keep pumping them to get them to where you want them to look. I mean, do you do this on a frequent basis?
Well, do you know what I've noticed with like clients and stuff in the past? A lot of them will come to us, right, and they'll go, that's how I used to look. That's how I want to look. And I go, right, for a start, get that out of your mind.
Definitely,
not thinking back then, you set a goal in your head of how you want to look now.
Exactly.
And picture that and then go for that. Because if you're already going, oh, that's how I used to look. I used to look so much better. You're already in like a negative thought process. So you're already beat before you start.
And I can explain that in an unconscious way. What happens is inside the brain, if you look back, like a lot of dietitians go, get a picture of what you used to look like. So if you look back at a picture of what you used to look like, consciously, your conscious mind will smile and go, yeah, you know what, Rob, I look good back then. If you're saying I look good back then, what does that say about you now? I don't look as good now. Do you know what, I had so much energy back then, I'm a lazy bastard now. So whatever you're saying about yourself in the moment, you're saying that you ain't. So consciously, you're smiling at yourself. Unconsciously, you're accessing a low self-worth, like a low pull-down emotion. So you're not creating a buzz, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to smash it, I'm going to go towards my goal. You're sort of like, yeah, I used to look so good back then. So the emotion that you're getting is not going to cause you drive. It's going to cause you, you know, to push yourself to go. Do you know what I mean? So
exactly. So I just start from afresh. This is where I want to be.
And I'm just going to comment to me. We put some questions at the end. Sorry, because it's distracting.
But like this is how we're going to plan it out. These are going to be the steps. This is how we're going to do it, and then you just go for it. Like, but as I say, that part of my job, I absolutely love it. I always have done. And I couldn't imagine doing anything else but fitness. Obviously, I do my TV shows and that.
Yeah.
But for me, when I do TV, it's kind of like an opportunity that I can't turn down because of experience. And,
definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like opportunities like this, I'm lucky enough to get them given to us anyway. Like it's like I can't turn them down, and I go for it. But then I'm always still thinking about what's the next step in fitness. Like I had the gym and I was working at the gym all the time. But then still now I'm thinking, I'm going to do a bit TV for a bit. I'm going to enjoy this whilst I still can and I'm young. And then I'm always thinking, and I've always got things set aside for when I can open another gym or
brilliant
a studio or do more retreats with you guys. Like that's
definitely. Like, well, hopefully this year, but it's fucking not looking too clever at the minute. It's a nightmare. Just moved it all over to Barcelona as well.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it up, mate. You couldn't make it up. But, you know, get there, as I say, you know, I'm gutted, you know, we've got to get everything moving forward again for everyone so they can come back on it. But, you know, it's just got to keep going. You know, what can you do? There's enough, like, the minute it's hard because you can't even put, you want to put things in place, but you can't where everything's on lockdown and all.
I know. I think that there's, in ways it's bad, but in ways it's good as well because I also feel like I'm so used to being busy and then like in different cities all the time, traveling. And then now that I can't do that and I've got to stay home, it's like someone just went reset and I've reset everything. Do you know what? I've had a couple of weeks of chilling out, recharging. I feel great. Like I'm ready to go again. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like this time, I'm not saying everyone has to do this, but for me, I'm planning what I'm going to be doing after this, and I'm getting all the building blocks in place now. So the minute Boris goes right, is back to normal,
I'm off. Yeah. But that's what I've been trying to doing these talks for, is to sort of help people. And I'm getting as the weeks have gone on, I'm getting so many people who have, you know, changed direction in thought just by teaching people the direction of thought is like what you're doing now is is what all successful people do. You know, you can sit and, like, there's nothing we're going to do. We can't change it. You can sit and cry about it as much as you want, but you can't. You know, we've got to live by these rules. So it's more about getting on with what you can at the minute, getting some routine, a bit of fitness, bit of walking, whatever you can keep yourself busy with. But it's about creating those goals for the future, not keep thinking about how bad it is, reading the news, what happened last week, holding these long experiences in our emotion, where it's about, instead of facing about what you don't want, I'm trying to get people just to focus in the right direction, for fuck's sake, because these psychotherapists, all they're going to do when you come out of it is talk about the past again. How bad it was. Let's keep going back, and that ain't going to drive no one nowhere. So I'm just trying to put the word out to spin it round, focus on what you want for now. That's the best step. And you know what? I believe people just started understanding that way of thinking, just pivoting, spinning around and pivoting and focusing the right way. Most people's problems are just dissolved anyway.
It does. It makes a huge difference as well, and that's why I think like fitness clicks in with it as well. Because I know myself. Say if I get up on a morning, say now in quarantine, and I've got nothing to do, and I'm just on my phone, and I'm just lying there like that, and then I'll go, oh, I'll have a coffee. Do you know? It puts you in that sort of frame of mind, and your day's slow, and you feel sluggish, and you don't feel healthy. But if say you got up, jumped in the shower, put your clothes on, got yourself outside, got your walk in, or went for a run or something like that, then you would come in and you'd be buzzing.
Yeah, your energy.
I feel so good. I've got loads of energy. I'm glad I've done that. Do you know what? I'm starting to look better. Oh, I've just trained there, so I'm going to eat better. I'm going to drink plenty of water. And then it's just like everything just
spirals into the same, exactly.
And you're just in a good routine, but it's just little things. It's not even like busting your balls and going running bloody 10k or a marathon or weighing your food out to the gram. It's just little things like that, and then it just makes it works so well. Like honestly,
it is. I mean, people overdo it, don't they? I think they start going running, they want to go and run 20k, or if they go on a bike ride, they want to do 50 miles. It's like the reality is you just want to make it reality for your day, just to be able to get through your day, go to work, get a little bit of exercise, because we all know it releases serotonin and endorphins and dopamine, especially like dopamine when we run and stuff. So
I think with people obviously starting out, because I thought obviously everyone's getting into running now. There's a lot of people doing more stuff, and if your body's not used to it, you'll have to make sure that you prepare yourself for it. So like, don't throw yourself in and go, oh, do you know what? My guy on Facebook's just done 10k. I haven't ran since school, but do you know what? I'm going to do 10k. You need to build it up, say 3k, then 5k, because that's how you end up getting injuries, because your body's not used to it, and you just put yourself that little bit too far.
It's like all your little micro muscles, isn't it? They don't know what's going on. They're the ones. They're just as important, aren't they? Is to build, because you see a lot of people in the gym doing like them big guys that can't move. They just do the straight muscles. They don't work all the little muscles, do they? Or do the light weights in them.
I know a lot of people don't like to do it as well, but I definitely think stretching's a massive key. You've got to warm up, you've got to cool down, you've got to do your stretches. Otherwise, you're just waiting for more injuries to come.
So true, man. I trained for marathon with no stretching, mate. It was the worst thing I could have done. I was in agony. Got about 18 miles in, I was in bits, caught up with me.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I'm not built for a runner. I can do little bits. I'm more quick. Sprints and stuff, but it's just the sort of training that I've done. Obviously, if I was going to do something...
And is it true that that sort of sprint work is beneficial for fat burning and keeping your muscle, is correct? Is that right? If you're running long distance, you can... A lot of them runners, they keep their little pot belly. They can lose weight, but their little belly stays there because of you're burning at your... Someone said if you're jogging, you're burning... your body starts to notice after so many period of time that as you're burning energy, it starts to store energy.
A lot of it's just down to how many calories you're consuming and stuff. Obviously, if you're going to be doing longer distance stuff, a lot of people, you'll obviously have higher calories. So you burn that rather than just burn down your muscles and stuff. It's there. But I'll do it one time. I'll try it. I'll do a great tough run. Mark my words. When I get time to practice.
Yeah, definitely, mate. So how you became through this? I've seen you, I've been watching you on Insta. I see that you're doing your workouts every day. You've got your own little setup there, haven't you? You kept yourself.
Do you know what? I've been fortunate enough. When I heard that this was all going to go down, I thought, for me, because I've trained from such a young age, if I get to the point where I physically can't go to a gym and I can't train. Like, that's a massive part of my day. Like,
Yeah, it's part of
two
who you
hours.
are. Yeah.
I train 6 days a week. Like, it's 2 hours of my day. If I'm not doing that, and I can't really go about and do jobs and stuff, then I'm going to go out of my mind. And I just thought, right, where can I get weights from? I rang around all my friends. I literally was a man on a mission, but I got a decent setup. And honestly, that is the best thing I could have possibly done. If it wasn't for that out there, I would
Go
just
insane.
out of my mind. Yeah. But as I say, I've got a bit of a routine now. I train at a certain time. I have my meals and I do my walks and stuff. And then I've got a couple hours where I do like online check-ins with my clients, make sure they're done all right, do diet plans and stuff. So, I'm not massively complaining at the minute. The only thing I'm missing is going abroad.
The sunshine.
Yeah, I'm not even drinking much. Like, I think I've had a few like Copperbergs and a few glasses of wine here and
Just
there.
when
Like,
the sun's out, that's it.
yeah, but like, nothing daft. Like, I probably haven't had a drink in a week and a half, 2 weeks. But even when I do, it's just a couple, like, just as a little thing. I think if you get into a routine of, say, drinking cans of beer, drinking bottles of wine every night, then you're going to wake up, you're going to feel a bit crap, and then you just get in a bad routine, don't you? But as I say, get up, have a shower, do some exercise, get moving, drink loads of water, and then honestly, you'll just feel so much better.
So what would you know? You look at your clients that achieve and the ones that sort of go off the other way. You know, ones that come and go, and the ones. What is the difference in mindset? Do you think? What is it that you get them? How you get them to stay to that vision? Is it some of them just?
I think it's just being focused. I think if you're focused on where you want to be, you will do whatever it takes to do that. But if you're kind of like, well, I'd like to do that, but do you know what? I want this as well. I think it's just contribution as well. I think with diets as well, one of the main things, it's been annoying me a little bit lately, and people who follow us will have seen us talking about it. There's so many people got opinions on fitness and ideas on how you can quickly lose weight and how you can do this. But do you know what? That's what makes a PT's job hard. That's what I find. Because I'll have clients, right? And I'll set them away and I'll literally spend hours planning all this out, but I'll make it to be as like fitting in their life as possible. And I'll down to a T. And then they'll be doing it and then they'll come back and go, oh, well, I seen such and such on Instagram was talking about this. Should I do this? And then such and such was saying I shouldn't eat carbs, and then I shouldn't eat after 7 o'clock at night and stuff. And I just go, oh, I'm just like, right, just trust the process, trust someone who's qualified and educated in this field. There's too many people sticking little bits in here and there, which.
Well, this is what's happened with diets now, isn't it?
There's too many myths, and there's too many people saying, do you know what? You should do this. Do you want to know why you should do this? You need this product, and then they're getting the paycheck at the end of the week.
I remember when I got to about 30, and I was only about nothing really to lose. I think I was boozing a little beer belly, but I was thin, and I was only about 13 stone or something. Yeah. And I remember I've done so many diets when I was like coming up, growing up and that a little. And 1 minute, I walked in, I'll never forget this. I walked into like a shopping centre one day to get me food shopping. And I thought to myself, well, right, I can't have carbs because they, you can't burn fat. I can't eat fat because it turns to fat. I can't have fruit because fruit's too much sugar in it and it's bad for you. Yeah. And in the end, I was thinking, what am I going to eat? A fucking Rivita? It was like, everyone. They do. You go on this like that. Like before, people don't. They all think they're clever, but it all boils down to energy and energy out, doesn't it?
Yeah, everything's been complicated far too much. Like, I don't even massively like the word diet. Do you know what I mean? When I put someone away on something, I don't want them to really massively think it's a diet. I want them to try and. I want to teach them how they can
lifestyle change
their calories, their macros, what they need to be hitting, and do you know what? And then they can look at some, go, well, I'm going to have that now, so that's roughly about that, and then I can do that, and then it just makes it.
Can you explain about these macros to me as well? Sorry.
Yeah. But like, obviously, I don't recommend doing like a massive, unless you're going to be doing something seriously. Like, you've got to kind of enjoy yourself at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm dieting for, like, I had something lined up. I had some shows lined up before everything stopped. So I was thinking, right, do you know what? I'm going to get in serious shape here. So I was literally weighing my food out to the gram, doing everything. But now that it's everything's on pause, do you know what? If I want to say, I don't know, a chocolate bar, or I want to have blah blah blah, I'll have it. But it's just about like looking at what else you're having that day as well. So say if you are going to have that, it's not the end of the world. Just put down on something else, or
something else,
go out and do an extra 10 minutes on your walk or your run or whatever. It's like, it's just change the way you think about things.
Winding it up, yeah. Well, so someone said to me as well, some I met a geezer in the gym once, he's ripped all year round, he is, and he went to me, people think of it on a daily basis. He said, some days I can eat loads, but he said, but then I'll eat on, then I might fast for 2 days to catch up on the big. You know what I mean? He said, so you got to look at it over the week. He said, look at it over the week, not the day. Everyone's too obsessed with this day thing. He said, look at it over the week, and you can go up and down a little bit. Do you know what I mean? He said, it's as long as over the week. He said, I don't know if that's true, but I've got a question coming, James.
We'll answer some questions. Come on. This is actually my first live. It's mad.
Hey, that's his cherry. Here he goes with me.
Where's the question?
How do you
get the questions on?
I'll tell you, you can read it. There's like a little question mark thing there. Can you see at the bottom? Two little squares. You should be able to get them as well, I think.
Nah, there's nothing on mine.
Okay, it's here. How do you... I'm dyslexic as fuck, aren't I? How do you emulate the physique of a bodybuilder while sustaining the core and conditioning elements, running cardio?
I didn't make out what you said there.
Sorry, mate. 1 sec. How do you emulate the physique of a bodybuilder while sustaining that core and conditioning? So how do you become a bodybuilder and do your cardio? How do you work it together?
To be honest, majority of your bodybuilders don't really do a lot of cardio. They just do, all the ones I know who compete and stuff, it's mainly down to your diet, and then you put your cardio in at the later stages just to get that little bit tighter.
Someone said, can you say hello to Laura Lobby? Don't know who that is. Listen.
Hello, Laura Lobby.
Please get James to say hello to Laura. That's twice. Hang on.
Is it? Shame I can't see the questions. It would be a lot easier.
Yeah, I think because I'm running it, but if you go live, it'll be on yours.
Oh, right. Okay.
You could, I'm for sure. So there's no little square at the bottom. No little squares next to the arrow thing. No.
I want to do that. Comments off. Where?
No, the comments are off. That's people going on. Wait, I'll find you another one. I've got some more come through here. Are you proud of your Geordie Shore family and how far you've come? Not just recognised for being a reality and TV guy. Are you proud of like what you've achieved instead of just being, you've done all your fitness and that? Are you proud of?
Oh, massively. Do you know what? Like, I think I fell into reality TV, I'll be honest. I didn't necessarily go growing up, I want to be on TV or whatever. Like, there wasn't even as many reality TV. Oh, the comments are starting to come up.
Yeah, I'll put the comments up on the that way they can ask the questions on the
So I never necessarily grew up and went, do you know what? I want to be on TV. It's like now, because there's so many more shows and people see people doing well, they'll go, do you know what? I want to do that. I fancy a bit of that. But it wasn't like that for me. I kind of just, as I say, I was just on a night out in Newcastle, and the producers were out casting for people, and they started, they came over to us basically in the nightclub, and they started talking to us and asking what I'd done. Had a bit of crack. They were like, oh, have you heard of this show? And at the time I was like, well, there's rumours going about that there's going to be a show starting, but obviously I don't know what it is. And then they were like, well, basically there'll be 4 lads and 4 girls. You'll live in a house for, I think it was about 3.5 weeks, the first one. You'll go out every night and like everything will be covered. And I was just like, what? Yeah, I was only 19 or 20. I was like, yeah,
I bet he was buzzing, yeah.
And I went on it, and do you know what? I loved it. And then especially, like, I'm close with everyone. You do get a good bond with people when you live with them. But then I feel like the first lot, like, because we all went from absolutely now to like this whirlwind of a life changer. Really, we got told to quit with jobs and everything. We were just like, whoa,
what's
going on? Yeah. So,
as you said, at 19,
and then we went into that
buzz.
And I think because of that, it kind of makes you realise, like, not to take things for granted. And then I always thought, do you know what? I don't think this is going to last forever. I was like, and yeah, I know what it's like in TV. If you want a full career in TV, you've got to literally do whatever it takes. And you can't really have relationships. You can't really I feel like if you want to stay on TV for a very long time, you have to pause your outside life, unless you're doing what was it like? Do you know, like, I don't even know. But majority of people, yeah, they have to stop the life outside. So I kind of thought, do you know what? I'll have a bit of fun. I'll have a good time, and then I'm going to use this to hopefully help people and get my name out there as a PT and as like a business owner. So yeah.
What did you want to be growing up, James? Was that what you wanted to be growing up?
No. So what I was going to say, so people who want to do like reality TV and stuff like that, I think always have a backup plan. Like, don't always think, oh, I can go on this show and I'm set for life. Like, I think a lot of people might think like that when they do like.
Do you know what I've noticed a lot of the, like, where it's the reality show's gone off the scale now. A lot of these young lot are coming in, and I think some of them, like, they're a bit wet behind the ears. They think, oh, they like their pictures in the paper. They want to get all the money for wearing the dresses. But when it's their breakup with their boyfriend and it's in the paper, they go, it's a liberty. Why are they doing that to me? Well, that's what you signed up for. Like, there's got to be a bit of reality there, isn't there, for some of these new kids coming into it.
Yeah, I think it's quite hard to actually prepare yourself for how it's going to be. Like, I still remember now when we filmed the first one, we kind of at the time didn't even think that it was going to go on TV. So
was it like a pilot?
We went wild. And then they went, right, well, this is it. It's going to be on MTV at this time. And we were just like, what? And then they invited all the friends and all the family. Was it, where was it? It was somewhere in Newcastle. And we watched like the premiere of it when it went live. And we were just like, whoa. And then we noticed after that, like a couple of days later, you'd walk down the street and people would be like, hey, Johnny Show and stuff. And it was just like, what? So we were kind of thrown into that. I don't think you can prepare yourself to it, but you've just got to kind of be a bit thick-skinned. Like, I feel quite lucky that I don't get a lot of hate, and I don't get like snidey comments, and I don't get like just shite thrown at us all the time, because I think that can definitely have a mental effect. I've seen a lot of people posting about trying to raise awareness and stuff. Like Bobby Norris, he was screenshotting a lot. I was sitting to him, and I just thought, I actually felt bad. Like, I was like, that must not be nice for anyone to see. Like, yeah,
they do get it, don't they? Some of them, they proper get it up. I mean, you get the piss takers and wind ups, but then you get people start talking about kids and people's children and it's like, fucking come on, like, it's a fine. I was talking to Dapper Laughs about it on here, was saying, but the people getting that vicious have got to be right wankers sitting at home, spending their night trying to bring other people down. So, you know, you can't really, you've got to feel sorry for them, because if they're jealous, they're looking up at you to take the time to haunt you, to try to run you down. It just proves that they're jealous, and you can only look up at someone you're jealous of. So
yeah, it's not a nice thing, but definitely the way you're talking about it there, I definitely feel the same.
So James, would you ever go into presenting, or was like I could see you've been a presenter or something, like, or would you like to get into acting, presenting? Is there any sort of other angles, or not really?
It depends. I've tried. I've had like my shot at radio presenting, and do you know what? I really enjoyed that. I liked that because I can talk for England. I'm always chatting away, you know, when I was on the retreats and that. But I don't know. With me, it's kind of just like I meet people and I give off a certain impression, and then they like that, and then that's when I get put forward for other stuff. Like, I'm not begging anything, I'm not chasing anything, I'm not trying to brush shoulders with people to go, oh, that person works at such and such, oh, I'll go over there and I'll tongue them for a bit. Like, I'm not like that at all, whereas a lot of people in TV are like that. And do you know what? It pays off for some people, but because I've always got a career to fall back on, personal training, I'll have a studio or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. But obviously, if I get offered opportunities, like, I'd love to do stuff like that. But I'm not going to break my neck to go and do it. Do you know what I mean?
And do you get any, like, a lot of mental? I don't know. Like, I was thinking this, like, and these reality shows now, have they started to put psychologists in to help you? Because it must be a fucking strain, mate. It must be. There must be sometimes you go, right, you got to pull that kid out, because, you know, the pressure.
What I've noticed, so even from the get go, we would do like meetings with your psychs, right? But that would be maybe one at the start, just to like clear you, make sure you were all right going in, and then get one in the end, right? But now, because of obviously all the tragedies and stuff that's been happening, like people taking their lives and And
Yeah,
it is a tough game. Like, we get them weekly now. So even when we're filming, they'll be like, because when we film, we do 3 nights out. So you do 3 full days of filming. You're filming for 24 hours. Like, they even film you when you're asleep. They've got the roller balls in. So like, we film from like 8 o'clock in the morning until 3-4 o'clock at night when you go to bed, and then the roller balls, when the crews clock off, they do that. And then, so you do 3 days like that, and then you have a day where you do green screens, like the bits where you sit and talk to the camera. You do like, you can check your emails and stuff. You can check in on work, make sure things are going all right, and you can ring your family. And then that day as well, that's when we get another site check. So it's like every week, and the bang on, like I really, really rate MTV for doing that. And like, because I think it's needed. Sometimes, like, if you are struggling with something, the best thing to do is speak about it and have someone to speak to and open up and get it off your chest. Because it might be something really, really little, right? But then you might keep it in there, and it builds up and builds up and builds up, and then it creates something even bigger. But if you speak to someone, and then they might just go, "Do you know what? You're being a bit like, you're taking it to heart too much," or "Do you know what? If you feel like this is what you can do to rectify that, feel better," or they can cheer you up. So I definitely think it was a good move for like making them a lot more regular. It's so good. Yeah.
A question here a minute ago. What's this one? Does more need to be done to express the concern for national television on well-being and mental health? With Caroline Frackley passing away, should this be a cornerstone of winding down on reality TV?
I think like reality TV, like as I was talking there, all the measures that the producers and stuff are putting into place to help us is good. They can't really do a lot more. It's down to the people on Instagram, on Twitter, what they're commenting, what the press are writing about people. They're trying to sell magazines, that they want headlines that are going to shock people. So I think it's stuff like that needs to change. Like, the reality TV, like the person on reality TV, they can only do so much. The producers, they can only do so much. But I definitely think the other sides of it, like the press, need to start to respect people's feelings a lot more.
Yes, I agree.
Obviously, people online trolling, it just shouldn't happen anymore. Like, if you've got an opinion on someone, fair enough, but you shouldn't want to message them and tell them how you feel about them 4 or 5 times a day.
Just taunt them and keep going on and on and on and on.
Yeah. I just think, like, if you put the shoe on the other foot, right? Say you were out and about and someone came up to you and went, I don't like this about you. You need to change that. Or you've done this to such and such. Oh, I think that was up. You'd be like, who are you talking to? Like,
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
A normal person that wouldn't put up for it. You'd end up either fighting or in a screaming match, wouldn't you? Whereas if you're on TV, you can't do anything like that. You've got to kind of bite your tongue and take it in and absorb it.
So someone starts another question there, my bro. It was a good one. I quite like that question. What's your best moment ever in the Geordie Shore house?
Oh,
that's got to be an hard one, isn't it?
It's a hard one. Like I do sometimes look back and go, the life I've had and the things I've done for like my age is just ridiculous. I think if I wrote down all the countries I've visited in like,
because you guys are massive in Australia, isn't you?
Yeah, like I was going to Australia like sometimes twice a year for the last like 7 or 8 years. It's madness. And then New Zealand, and then obviously we've done the series in Cancun, and then we've done like the EMAs and stuff. And
I don't think people are aware how big Geordie Shores is worldwide. I remember being in Spain and like Buzz from Sweden was shouting out, James. Germans, everyone knew you. Do you know what I mean?
It's mad. Like, it's a nice feeling though.
Yeah, I bet.
Especially it's good. But best moments, I don't know. Like, I've done loads of mad stuff. Like, I think obviously one of the
most mad moments. Then what's one of the most nuttiest things, or tell us a funny story or something we might not know. Anything?
I flew planes and stuff. Like, who can even say that? I flew a plane over the Tyne Bridge, right?
Shut up.
Yeah. And I was literally crapping my pants. I was and then I said like stuff like that. And like I forget that half the stuff I've even done, man. Honestly, but yeah, we've got some funny. I don't know.
Listen,
Everything in there is funny, man.
I'm an ambassador with Tama Hussein, and we're going to be doing Hassan. His name is not Hussein, Hassan, and we're going to be doing. Well, Dance Off in Silence. We're doing a white party for charity to raise awareness of mental health in end of August. But if we can do it still, we just booked one up in Glasgow, and then we're going to try to do one early next year in Newcastle, Geordie land. So I'll give you a shout down there. Like, it's
definitely.
Be good.
Well, as I said, anything like that, anything that can raise awareness and for good causes. Do you know what? I'm well up for it.
Yeah, thanks, James, mate. Yeah, it'd be good to have you there, brother.
Definitely.
But thank you for your time, mate. I kept you bloody 10 minutes longer than we said. So thank you very, very much. Absolutely brilliant. Proper gentleman, mate, as always. Yeah. And I'll give you a bell soon, fella. And
definitely.
Thank you again for coming on. And really appreciate it, my brother.
Always good to catch up, mate. Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, James. Thank you, brother.
Watching. So, man.
Mate. So, thanks, guys, for tuning in. Yeah, he's a good guy, James. What was I going to say to you? Nothing's on tomorrow, but on, what day is it? Thursday, we have Tony Truman, the other owner, Wayne Lindequan, one of the partners at Ocean. Now we're going to have Tony Truman on. He's doing the True Dudes and all that. He's going to be a good character to have on. So we're going to have him on Thursday. So he's the next one on, guys. If anyone's interested in him, learn about the mind, helping their anxiety or whatever, get in touch with www.thehypnotistman.com. I'm back in my practice now in Brentwood and Essex. Anyone further afield, you can have one-to-one private sessions over Skype or Zoom or something as well if anyone's needing any help. So get in touch with www.thehypnotistman.com. And I'll look forward to seeing you all soon. All right, Ryan, mate. Who else is there? Davey Paul, Bubblegum. Shall I have a little go? There you go, a little verse from one of my own tunes from back in the 90s when we had me shummer hairdo. Right, guys, listen, on a serious note, look after each other, yeah? And, keep thinking of the future, keep focusing on your goals. Cheers, Robbo. Keep focusing on your future, keep focusing on your goals. Ask if everyone's okay, ask your pals if they're okay. And if they say, yeah, I can ask again, I ain't going to hurt you. So, listen, thank you all for tuning in. God bless you all, and I'll see you Thursday with Tony Truman.